Mina Isatu Smile Sesay, and this is the program Talk to the Camera. Today the camera the PMB concerning fire incident where be take place yesterday as the tanker be get a fuel where the tanker be catch fire and so many people be lost their lives and also even motorcar themselves been burned and some places themselves in an entertainment center also be burned. We then at the ground now for know what be really happened yesterday, how comes people be get affected and waiting cause the fire. Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name?
Max Sesay.
Okay, concerning this incident we happened yesterday where a tanker became fire, I want to make you tell me, what you see?
Okay, this thing happened around 9 o'clock.
In the morning,
It's
evening.
So, sit down and come back and buy fuel from the bus. So, I don't get the fuel, so I see diesel short things. So, as long as I buy, so but this tanker, it can pump tire. So, one of the tire, it deflates. So, it's therefore add this by tire. So, luckily, this tanker, that tipper, become kind of struggle. Yes. So, this tanker now, not be show say, not be kitchen say, don't see the camp. Don't lost control. So in fact, the approach is kind of approach for commode, and it's okay. When it's now, you feel boss, tube boss. So the tanker can have a condom. You see the feel of this. Excellence. He said this na danger thing. He said una come na people dey come na from nowhere, back man dey come back man like junction there. So most of camp say for the 2 days no go for buy fuel, so they make use of this fuel. Makisuma dey back some come up to find go over the bill fuel. And the driver come out. He say this one say risk. He said this explode. Say na danger thing. He said una come out around this thing. No listen. They talk to them. They want them pass 5 minutes. It's map. They no listen. They back to so it go just around this after this supermarket here 19 place. This now far begin one of the transport the fuel now far them go the fuel now far trace now also now far don't so it happen around 9 to 9:30 yesterday.
So during the time when this fire incident we happened, did you see the response of fire force?
Yeah, the fire force saw the kind of moments. The fire force to call fire force. Now one day fire force come up from Bukel and come to the fire there on the scene now. So it's guy. That moment it's guy. It really guy. So if fire force come, you know if it take 30 minutes, 1 minister come. The minister now be the call now from nowhere to catch up some fire force then come together. So for can rescue the fire force now. But the fire force first come from Bukel, whatever the left now it return. Because if you try for cover that substation, for let fire not go inside there. Then the more start to protect. Because we started to catch from here now, the fire go soon now. So you need to protect that substation now. Because the substation, the man they pull them, now pull them party now. Say for let fire not go, because good in a danger. If it was to pass anything. So if I first break course, straight now, or block the fire, let not go inside now. Now you water left fire. So from there now, one minister will come to rescue now. Now 2 fire force the moment to come. Come together. It's a small thing. I begin to go. We begin and I can cover everything. This I lose fine.
Okay, so like in front of you, I go and viewers go want to know like how many people, if you were able to know the actual people in front of you where you see them die or them injured.
And because some people understand they go on fire dependent, they go on. Yes, about the 5 who they go down soon. Some go inside soon. So people are plenty. So the one in our able now, some people are far down the one jump this fence down, they're not able. So the fire hits now. The type of pet now. So man drop now. They drop the drop now. But for go left and outside. Very able. And the flame now they come for the after the smoke. But the smoke is like over all sides and you see. And even know you hear about side the go now. The smoke because smoke be 8 years.
So are you seeing the response of the security personnel?
Well, it's right. Because fire force them play a role, then the police them back the military them at this place at the camp. Then back they put things on people under control. Then plus because they come, some government ambulance they come, yesterday assistant back to Popsy now.
So for the purpose of the interview, enthusiasts go on for know what you say at around 9 waiting in the morning or at evening?
Even 10, 9 o'clock sharp, 19 take the accent take place. 9:30, 95 place.
Okay, thank you very much.
First of all, I want to say on behalf of His Excellency the President, the government and all the people in Sierra Leone, express with profound condolences for this national disaster and all we brothers and sisters that we lost their life now today. So from yesterday night, the National Disaster Management Agency, the fire force, the police, they all come at this site here for evacuate people and the military. So far, yesterday night, me self go na Connaught Hospital around 12 midnight to 1 o'clock. Then I also go na 34 military hospital for join the doctors there and the nurses them for see how for organize the hospital them so that they go able to treat the wound them. So far, according to the report from Connaught Hospital, now Connaught Hospital right now at the top, now the mortuary we get 84 dead body day. They say out of the other one they way been there, the one that way get severe injury, 6 die pan them. Now Connaught +1 so far, 1 at 34 so far. The entire statistics of all the people that way die pan this disaster, where the knocked na Connaught and the one where they na 34 na 91. And na Connaught, the people that were injured, where they get na 34 and na Connaught, na 88 people in. Na Connaught no more, they get 59 people in there. Out of them 59 people in there, you get 2 categories them. You get the one that were really born, when are severe cases, then they, na the intensive care unit. Na Connaught Hospital yesterday, we take a decision for create additional bed space na one of the ward them. So we get 2 categories there. The one that was severely wound, and then at the ICU, and the one that way your wound not too life-threatening, then they na the outpatient and the new ward. 34 hospital as of yesterday night we are going. There have been 21 people in the Mingeri. Now 1 don't die out of that 21 day. Then the Churchram Hospital, we transfer 6 people in there from Connaught. So far, I want to tell all the neighbor them, emergency hospital lenge 18 people in. Where they are right now. So I want to tell all we family them, say, we, His Excellency the President from yesterday night, we there on telephone on a regular basis, where he give instructions, say, even family member them, where lost people them, then go provide social counseling for them free of cost. Today, we want to tell family and say, all the one that way in the neighborhood, we still get fuel in the house them. Do ya una pull them fuel and they una dispose of them fuel and they. The one that we take petrol, we put them in their houses them. Do ya una pull them petrol and they let other disaster not be. Secondly, we express with profound sympathy and solidarity with all the family members there, where them people then die, where them people then get this accident here. Government, they take the necessary action. I want to tell all the medical doctors them and the nurses them at Connaught Hospital, 34 Churchram and emergency. The government want to tell them thank you. Yesterday at Connaught Hospital, where I go in a net around midnight to 1 o'clock, We been get additional doctors than they. We been get sufficient nurse than they. And they open the government pharmacy for make sure say all the things they waiting at the government pharmacy, we use them free of cost for treat the wounded them. So far, we don't resuscitate them, we don't stabilize them. Like what I say, we still get people away severely wounded, waiting at the intensive care unit. So this is a national disaster. On behalf of the president, the government, and the entire people of Sierra Leone, who want to sympathize with the one that wouldn't fumble them, die on this accident, wouldn't fumble on this accident. The government there on top of the situation, would they can try to address the situation, and they always wound, then they get the most maximum medical care right now at the top, across 34 church ram, emergency, and Connaught hospital. Una know people the way get fear them inside the houses them. Now for go encourage them, make them dispose of them fear them for avoid additional accident and fire incident. So I want to tell Una thank you. I want to tell all the neighborhood them back, the young man and the young woman they wake up yesterday night to help for all the fire. We want to tell Una thank you, including the bike riders them. We've been very vigilant yesterday for all this fire. We want to tell Una thank you. One tell you say government day on top of the situation, the one day where they at the hospital there, would they give them the maximum care. Most of them, while I go yesterday at 34, I even talked to one of the patients there, Mr. Come, I talked to another young lady, I talked to another man, at Connaught hospital. So government provide all, would they put all the resources, all the doctors there for respond to this national disaster. So I want to tell you thank you, I want to tell you thank you. I want to tell everybody where been yesterday night, where been the goal for make their your effort for put the fire and for evacuate the body them and for evacuate the one that we wound. As we get additional information, we will come back to Una, we will inform Una through radio, inshallah. So I want to tell Una thank you. We will try for work now very hard for clear the traffic so that at the end of the day, motorcar and people are going to move now this road here. So do the neighbor them, we get fuel, petrol, now the various houses there would encourage you strongly, make you dispose of them fuel and they for avoid additional accident. Assalamu alaikum.
Police for take center stage for support the disaster management, for support the Minister for Western Region, for support other agencies where then they try for bring sanity and humanitarian assistance in the program. The reason is very simple. Now three interests people they can at them places here. One, the interest is those who lost their loved one, then they can't sympathize. Two, the one that where they come for thief, which it don't happen, and the properties the way they don't they at risk. And three, the one that where national disaster management go try for records people there for humanitarian assistance where they go out flood into that. These are the three categories of people they come. So it's necessary for police to take a center stage so that they can provide the most needed security at that time to prevent people from stealing. After people have suffered, then for prevent people from stealing their properties. Hence, you are seeing amount of police officers here.
So what are the different measures they will actually put in this regard?
We don't open incident command center here, meaning there is going to be a police base here, working with national disaster and other agencies then to make them bring sanity in the system.
So since our princess actually felt that this actually the scene, when able to gather any information which actually caused this explosion?
The investigation can reveal that. It's too early for me to say the cause of the incident. I may not be professional. What I will be saying may not be correct. But let's allow investigation to go out to reveal out the incident cause.
What does it actually mean for Salone? I mean, going through that kind of disaster or that kind of challenger, what do you mean for the country?
It's an unfortunate situation. Very unfortunate. This is a national disaster. This goes above ethnicity. It goes above political issues. It's a national disaster. So every Sierra Leonean must come together to mourn for our loved one and provide assistance for those who are suffering greatly.
Any message to Sierra Leoneans, concerning this problem will actually happen?
The message is, What is the lessons learned from this? The lessons learned from this, that whenever there has been an accident involving any fuel vehicle, we must keep off. Whenever there has been an accident involving any fuel vehicle, we must keep off. We must not befriend that scene. The tendency is there will be a crash, and that crash could be disastrous that has now occurred. So that's the lesson learned out of this. Sierra Leoneans, fellow Sierra Leoneans, please, when there have been any accident involving a fuel vehicle, be it diesel or PMS, let's please avoid that accident and call the expert then that can survey that problem to come and do their best. Police officers, go to those immediate scenes and give a condom to prevent people. Yes, I know our duty will be challenging, because when especially the accident can create some sort of issue that people can rush at, but still, let's make effort. Our effort will not be enough, but let's continue to give our effort.
So how long will our president be able to felt here?
As long as the problems remain on the ground, the police are there.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name?
Sayo Jawara, police officer OSD.
Okay, and this incident will be happened yesterday. You be fortunate for day around during the and then they are going for make you tell me actually what do you see happen?
Yeah, of course, yesterday time been done seriously against me. Been done a way for go resume duty. Again, always on board a motorbike for Cam na the main junction for on board motor for go na my working place. But I can't map yesterday, unfortunately. I dey try for stop any bike for come with me, then agree stop. So I decide for waka for come up. Whilst I dey come up, I dey see bike, then they rush for come, some man hold buckets, they rush for come up. But I don't know what's been they really go on. As I dey proceed for come, don't come closer to this point. Now I meet up one guy wey hold fuel in my hand and buckets. Now I scam because I sabi am. I say, who side they go? I say, what's you hold so? They say na fuel. He say a tanker don't bust and I say, brother, na for go. Like we wear uniform so you go survive. I say no. I say na dangerous thing una dey deal with, una dey do so. By then, the house have been just past one unfinished building. Then don't set fire up and dustbin dey. The flame dey on. So I start for rescuing the force. I say we left this direction, cross over the gutter, lay around behind the house. You see that fire and if you pass nearer, I say fire they catch you. Since that petrol. So you are there to me advise you comply. I continue for car. So I see the pressure, the kind way the crowd, people in the crowd rush for camp bail fuel. Now my mind reflects on the Shell incidents. What happened some years ago. We fuel pipe busted. Now the same similar disaster happened there. So I decide say if I say the camp direct, I know say trouble must spark like this. So I divert. I come by this Waska, come by the main road. As I step by the main road, and the fire explode. I say now this have been the foresee. So people let them they rush for candidate, they can't make video. I stop them. I use me force there, map as police officer. Threatening that anybody go there. I say they change panel. So I threaten that I force them, they all turn back. Say then they can't video grab this. I say not to see this for video. It go left map here, it go surprise that fire catch you. I say this is a petrol danger. So then go away. As the moment the fire they put more pressure, so we back they push behind small. Say we call on fire force presence, the fire force then come from police officers then come on the place for let people then not come, let more disaster not happen. Then stop people there for let them not crowd now the place.
So how many hours you think say it take for the fire force then go respond to this particular call?
Of course, it not reach an hour, just 15 minutes or 20 minutes time. Fire force then presence been there, then be calm. The police officers there as well, they have been there in 10 minutes time, where they can surround, can blocks the main entry points for let people they know they can't crowd it, for let more disaster not happen.
Okay. So in front of you, how many people like you go see Leone ground, we die or neither we be injured?
Yeah, as the fire force then don't exhaust the fire, the tension don't calm down, I can't at the scene. This direction who south map, so of course I see body then lead on the me count close to 90 dead bodies where fire don't burn down. Where then all they beyond recognition. You know they will identify nobody saying that Mr. A this and Mr. B this. So I identify them. Then also I see where then they rush with some there. Now hospital where they know that where then severely damaged. Them they rush through them, panta bike, Sunday inside keke, inside taxi. I've been witness some of them that thing then they.
So what's another message where you go send out there to Sierra Leoneans them, as this not the first time where such incidents they happen?
Yeah, well, this now something where now the second time this way this they happen. I not feel say this now strange thing to people there. Now the advice that they owe me they give yesterday, where I even forced on them for let them not come. And when I come at the scene, I understand say the tanker driver, since the fuel begin to speed, he warn everybody for stay off, let on man avoid the scene. But they insist. So me the advice that anytime something like this happen when a fuel accident, let people then stay off, not to think for witness. Let the professionals and where they in charge, where they able to counter down, they let them come, let them do their job. Let them get chance, not to think for witness. So that's my advice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name?
I'm Jisu Jakayoma, popularly known as JJ. I'm a resident of Taylor Street, Wellington.
And concerning the fire incident where we take place now, so with a container, with a tanker where we get fuel, I go want to make you tell we as eyewitness, what do you observe saying in the happen?
Well, I will say this now, I post reports because the incident be like 5-10 minutes before I arrive. But when we can see from what I gather, there is this and then 5:18 or then Stone Muskaya, then San truck they come out this way from Waterloo. Then this tanker they sky for ton. This truck just go hit the tanker, instant fuel begin spill. When fuel is spill, it causes traffic, so much car then pack around. People then begin barely fuel, they take advantage of at least you know how the Salman will take advantage of the situation. But the whole thing became disastrous when one man be the smoke. By the time, you know, the people in the thing they leak, by the time it drop in jots, this whole place catch. And before you knew it, I don't need to mention how much fuel flammable. This whole place become a big bubbling flame. Where, as you can see, don't claim over hundreds of lives as of this moment. It don't cause so many loss of lives and properties, as you can see, and it don't cause, I would say, a national sense of awareness, but the dangers there will be exposed ourselves to. So a very somber state, the whole country, everybody there is sad, the one that we lost them, people them, the one that we lost property, everybody there in a very solemn moment. As you can see, the weather itself can show the signs say something the way, not happy way, cause heaviness to people them.
So as you a young person at this place, and as you say, since yesterday on a day on this thing on the ground. So like I go want to make you tell viewers like how many people where you see injured and also rough statistics of people where you see we die.
Yes, like I said, when the flame be there at its peak, nobody could dare it. Even fire force when they come, 3 fire force vehicles they come, they did all their best, but they not be able to put off the fire because it was so blazing. So at that moment, everybody keep a respectable distance. Before that, they Boku be done, some man burn, some man peel, they be done kego. And from the one day they pull yesterday, it could be up to 100. The one day we not die, it will be done damage. As of the terror begin get that body, where the fire be don't calm down, I then 10 going to 11, 12. We begin get that body because get that body from yesterday 11, me and baby boy, some youth amount, the councillor, we begin dispatch the body then as Red Cross, then with the police van, then with the soldier truck, then they will carry them 5566. As of the terror left for the last one, will be 87 body. But we will left by then before we reach Connaught, we meet victims of 65. Now before we 4 die. So from 87, the body go in 91. Then we'll be left 2 body there under the rubble. That body the way down, but carry down born, then it's done Panam. Then we'll be left 4 patients in now this Wellington Olwaf Center. That's 4 patients in the nurse way they will be meet if you don't take first aid, you don't do your own small best, you manage the case. And the 4 patients there, around 5 to 6, 9 per then died this morning. We don't raise the death count. But we get 3 days back where we don't go take the body there, we try for go retrieve them and send them to a more sophisticated referral center, let them get medical care. So in my estimation, the victims as of now could be 200 plus. But the one that we don't die, as of now, as I tell you, we'll be there 92, don't go 94. So until I talk right now, because we get victims in a choice ram, we get an emergency, we get a 34, we get a satellite here all over the country. So, and it depends on the degree of burn. Some people then minor burns, some people are fatal burns them. So you might say, and all go boil down to waiting the caregivers able to manage and how the case they present. So the death toll could get on to 120 and more because people then still they die. As we see the degree of burn now, it will be very devastating.
So like those incidents where don't happen as this not the first time for like, such incidents happen at the country as it will also don't happen at Shell years back. So like what's another message where you go send out there to Sierra Leoneans them concerning this particular incident where happen like an advice?
Yes, and first I think I will talk to the law people, the law makers them that for system them put measures in place where go make people the way they interact with the populace like this. Now one get person mistake, now don't count, now don't claim hundreds of lives. Meaning people then still don't get that fear there would have been an incident if somebody not be dropped to get shots. So this could all boil down to probably public lifestyle. People then keep smoke, just keep saying around, and we don't get no measures there, no thing not in place for call people then to book for let them get that moral or decency for what they do. Then secondly, I think it boils down to probably the economic situation because everybody no feel it's dangerous. It should be managed. See a situation outside feel Boston, all man they go for together. Together, all this muscat we see burn. This tank can for don't explode and sometimes the devastation for don't less and be minimal than what happens. So because people them to go keep fuel. People go keep fuel. Everybody say, oh, this is a bounty, let's make use of it. So now I make this whole thing spread. So I say government for say, well, and one day we suffer bike man them, street hawkers them. I say my own big brother in two picky there, one up to now unable to see them. One part them can buy something, the other and they can't sell. We don't work yesterday, would they take 4 or 5 o'clock with the fend body them and because I mean we all do the transportation. So up to now we get now just try for put heads together and see and probably accept say with all us. And so probably the economic situation of the country and also parenting because I remember yesterday we did together one man, hey, tell man the vex pan. Where do you think they be? Now sending picking after 5-6 years. Again cops say go bail fear. That picking okay again. 5 years, so picking and that got I started meeting before choice come. And we go bail and safe. So now then they at the CC government for see in places most of them street hawkers there should be an age limit. But who want in business then also this tanker business here. I feel say government for fair way if there is a respectable outside tankers then go come out and probably offload fuel and that go be I know at the end of the day the buck stops with the government. Then get the chief role for play for say then kind of losses there, both in lives and property be mitigated or reduced to some extent.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name?
Mina Prince F. Bao, commonly called Councillor Baby Boy.
Okay, and concerning an incident where happened at PMB yesterday, and you be witnessed the scene. I go on for make you tell me what actually happened.
Yeah, I witnessed the scene shortly. Yesterday at around 10 o'clock, going to 11, I come out walk, I be the calm down. So from there, I don't take bike for go up. Now you get say accidents don't be. I try for return, come back, but the kind of crowd where I see, I meet people them they take fuel when the incident don't take place because the pipe loose. So I meet everybody picking and they far range from them. Other all rubber, other all this, then they take fuel. But when I observe say this particular thing, I just see no more far the common Honda. So that Allah where they Allah now the far on display. Within that 30 minutes, it never caused this. So the small picking when me want go for rescue, it they burn from in foot. Now I go for the inside the gutter. They begin catch. So the fire the trace out with that nene where them be there. So I try for calm, but also nobody not able. The smoke they come with the heavy fire. So we can't for and tell so we wait. I still there now. So we didn't out there when the burn done. People in the island in the burn. The other woman, you only picking so. Nobody know able for go because nobody able reach there. So it picking the burn inside the burn. The whole land. So based on one of them there, so nobody not be able, nobody say the OSD then come, the soldiers then come with the youth. We come now with the begin operate now with the first man there. So we able to try to say the rainway come back instead of able to cool down the situation. We able to begin for offload. Now we begin take the people and now for cut and go. Now cannot the first people that want to go first on board and the one that will be rose, but they not be die. So I take them to Okupa Hospital when them be 7. The other one then I take them for go. So based on that one, they we begin get at the one they now we die. For the Motsukakado. They will rescue them people and they only 2 vehicles when a government own. When the other one they can send them they take that body. So now only 2 vehicles plus the police their own vehicle will come. Yesterday we make we able go the people na mortuary.
So you make measure of a particular pikin where you say we start for born in foot. So that pikin, what thing can do?
Now small pikin be there near the nene, that nene and pikin. Now be get where the far come out from where the fuel run down, in foot na there be there. So they can't catch. So he begin born am from in foot for camp. We they see am life, but nobody no go able reach there.
So during the time where the fire be start, when they call Red Cross, what they can say, sorry, when they call fire force and how quick fire force them come to the scene.
But at that time the people that don't burn down. Now only the tank cannot be the cage. They don't burn down. People that don't burn down.
So what's now the message where you go out to all to you? They say so like a message where you go send out there to the public.
Well, actually, the message what I said to the public, the actual people back where himself come up from that poda where now one sprinter, that one Abu John, I get the information, I get in document. Now then 2 must save. Apart of the one that in the hospital for now, but from that particular vehicle, and the 2 must save. I get them documents, and the one of the bobo and they with me. I believe so. They are the plea to whosoever take up responsibility, Lord will able to rescue the bobo. You know, nobody, small boy that die.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
As with the PMB now, outside the fire incident we took place yesterday where a tanker be catch fire and so many people be get affected and some vehicle also be get affected. And you say they see the background, you they see people them we come and for can observe waiting be happen yesterday and also be get for talk to people and self wait and self be eyewitness wait and self tell we waiting be happen here waiting be actually happen yesterday and una self don't listen to waiting the vice president of the Republic of Sierra Leone when Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo himself don't can give some statistics and also talk about how the situation be yesterday where himself be go na the Connaught Hospital and other hospital there where them be go with some patients them and also talk about the amount of people them where see where don't die. Mina Isatu Smile Sesay. Until we meet again to another edition of the program Talk to the Camera. I say tata.